Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. Representatives of some of Agrokor's suppliers said on Saturday that they will not back the current framework settlement because they believe it leans too heavily in favor of Russia's Sberbank, Agrokor's single biggest creditor. Despite this development, Agrokor's special administrators, Fabrice Peruško and Irena Weber, told reporters there was no question that a settlement would be reached. They also had a tough response to a statement issued by coffee, tea and snack maker Frank, which said that the special administrators were acting above the law.
It's important to note that Frank reported claims in the amount of 37 million euros, of which only 9.3 million euros covered the sale of goods to Agrokor.
They are creating a situation in which all of the creditors, who've reported claims against Agrokor of around 58 billion, are being held hostage by a single creditor, the Frank company, which got into trouble because it acted more like Agrokor's banker than a coffee producer.
After President Kolinda Grabar-Kitarović received on Friday an intelligence report on the private emails that led to the resignation of Deputy Prime Minister Martina Dalić, she has agreed to meet with the Prime Minister next week to address the matter. A specific date has not been set. The President has said that she plans to call a meeting of the National Security Council in light of the Agrokor situation. She has also canceled plans to travel to Slovenia and Montenegro in order to meet with the Prime Minister. Health Minister Milan Kujundžić spoke to the HINA news agency about some of the main objections to the new health care bill, specifically ones that would lead to changes in the primary health care system.
Counties will continue to manage their own primary health care systems, covering the offices of family doctors, gynecologists, and pediatricians. Now they will also be able to open specialist offices in local health care centers. They will be able to hire specialists and open offices specializing in physical therapy and speech therapy. This will take pressure off of the hospitals, boost patient turnover, and reduce waiting lists.
Dubrovnik's main street, Stradun, was transported back in time today as the local Family Farm Tourism Association presented a tradition of bringing blocks of ice into the city from the nearby mountains of Konavle. When Dubrovnik was a republic, the Republic of Ragusa, ice was collected on Mount Snježnica and kept in special ice caves. It was used by local nobles to cool their drinks. It was the perfect occasion for local wine producers to showcase their wines.
Here on Stradun, we are presenting wines from the Konavle region, but in a special way that evokes memories on the traditions of the Dubrovnik Republic, when during the heat of summer, locals would cool off with ice brought down from Snježnica mountain.
Oh, that's good, very good. It's a nice tradition.
We have historical evidence from 1783 that shows that the city spent around 170 kilograms of ice per day, which is quite a lot, and you can imagine how difficult it was to bring that amount into the city every day.
Saturday's spectacular royal wedding is behind us. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, now the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, departed the wedding in an electric Jaguar E-Type Concept Zero, a modern interpretation of Jaguar's cult 1961 model. To develop the car, Jaguar enlisted the expertise of Croatian electric car maker Mate Rimac, whose star continues to rise in the auto industry. In sports, Dinamo celebrated their 19th Croatian championship title last night after defeating Inter in Maksimir Stadium in front of 10,000 spectators. Rijeka has finished the season in second place, 3 points behind Dinamo, after beating third-placed Hajduk in Rijeka on Saturday. There is more football excitement to come this week as Dinamo and Hajduk face off in the final of the Croatia Cup on Wednesday. In more football news, Niko Kovac has capped his coaching tenure at Eintracht Frankfurt in the best possible way. He has guided the club to their first German Cup in 30 years by beating Bayern Munich, his next employers, 3-1. The hero of Saturday's match was Croatian winger Ante Rebic, who scored twice for Frankfurt.
Monday's forecast calls for partly sunny skies during the day. However, there is a chance of clouds and rain in the early morning in the far south. Conditions will be unstable from midday on, with a chance of rain and thunder showers, especially in Dalmatia and Lika, but also in Slavonia, Gorski Kotar, and Istria to a lesser degree. There will be a northeasterly wind on the coast, reaching high speeds in the Velebit area. In Dalmatia, winds will turn to a east-southeasterly direction around midday. Morning lows will range from 8 to 13 inland and from 15 to 20 on the coast. The day's highs will be between 21 and 26 degrees, slightly warmer on the coast. There will be a high chance of frequent downpours and thunder showers over the next 3 days, especially on Tuesday. Temperatures will be slightly cooler in the interior, but will begin to rise again later in the week. Conditions will also be unstable and slightly less warm on the coast until Thursday. Expect occasional rain and thunder showers. There could be some heavier downpours. A southeasterly wind will dominate until Thursday, when a shift to northwesterly and northeasterly winds is expected.
And that brings us to the end of the news. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Thank you.